Welcome to another episode of the Brothers Who Talk with Terry and AD. This podcast is about men talking about everyday shenanigans, the stuff that makes us mad, to the topics that concern why in the world do these guys have a podcast. Let's get to it.
What's up? Yo, I'm ready, man.
We need a long intro.
Yeah, we need about a 10-minute long intro. They will never get the podcast right. Because we struggling today. So what's up, man? It's Thursday. Another episode of the Brothers Who Talk podcast, man. We are doing some things, trying to grow and all that. So we want you to grow with us. So
yes,
if you are part of the family, Charm City Direct TV, shout out to E Digger, that we live. The slave master over here on the right hand side of me says that we couldn't share it nowhere but right here in Charm City. So we're right here in Charm City, and we're going to share from there and everything. But
yes,
we got a great show lined up for you guys.
Yes,
I had some stuff that I wanted to say, but AD took it from me, so I'll let you guys have it. So come on in, join, share it out to your friends and family. Let's get some interaction going. And those of you that are watching or listening on the audio side of this, this is a Facebook Live that we do that we take the audio and use as our podcast. And so there's that.
Yes.
So AD,
yes,
how was your week? We started the same way every time.
Yeah, my week is good. It's been interesting, with this quarantine and the saga and the drama that comes with the quarantine situation. But it's been good. I can't complain. Well, I could, but
why would you? We're good. What it do you?
No good to stay focused on the positive. Just the thing about it is, it's just adjustment with your schedule and my dog that's always likes to make noise when I'm trying to talk at the same time.
Of course.
What are they doing? But are you done? All right, thank you.
He's talking to his dog.
So it's Brooklyn.
Penelope.
Brooklyn.
Penelope.
Craig.
I'm just throwing out names. Go ahead. Don't mind me.
All right. So, just adjusting with your schedule and all that great stuff. But all is well. And you just go get louder, dog. You just go get louder.
Yeah.
Loud.
He's trying you. Remember yesterday when we was talking and you was like, show him a little bit of crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I got my dog needs to see it. I don't know. She's a pit bull. I don't know how much crazy. I get a little nervous. I play with her sometimes, and I'm like, you. I think you're gonna bite me. But
they be on.
It's just adjusting the schedule. But all is well. Yeah. All is well. What about you, brother? What about you?
My week has been a week, brother. I mean, the kids, quarantine, the whole thing, and it's kind of like, okay, I don't want to choke anybody, but then I do. Because I know it's gonna feel real good to do that, but I was like, nah. There's jail time attached to that, so yeah, it's not worth the 30 seconds of it's rough out here in these streets, man. It's quarantine, and then you guys that are listening, I live in Idaho. I mean, Idaho, and it's so wide open out here. People, the fears that the people have, like in hotspot areas, we don't have it here like that. Because there are people that walk around with masks, and there are people that take it seriously. The nursing homes here are shut down. Right. I mean, just like anywhere else, but for the most part, people are like, we have no restaurants that we can go to, no movies we can go to, none of that.
Right.
We have the same quarantine issues. However, the mindset of some of the people are like, you know what, we're so far apart out here to where we won't be affected. Hey, Lee, shout out to Lee's winning.
In the building.
Yeah. Oh, real quick plug. If you guys have not listened to or not follow Millennials Anonymous podcast, or MAPS that we so lovingly call it, Lise is the president CEO of MAPS. She has a podcast over there, I did an interview with her. It aired on Monday. So if you guys want to listen and hear a few snippets of the Knucklehead Chronicles, the book that's coming out and all that, and docuseries is coming, definitely check that out. Maps, Millennials Announced with a Z.
Nice.
Podcast. You'll follow her, Lise Winnie, as well. She's awesome. Me, Lise, E. Digger, who's the CEO of Charm City. We all do a nice little podcast on Sunday called Brunton. If you haven't checked it out yet, what you are doing with your life.
What you doing with your life right before church?
No way. You ain't listening to an episode of Brunch.
Brunch. All right.
Hey, I need my money. Jake. 23-hour lockdown. Bro.
Hey, Sam.
You got the first Sam's in the building. Hey, Sam.
So listen.
Yeah.
So and usually my brother Terry does most of the narrating and moderating for the podcast, but I'm gonna take the handle today, and I threw him an audible 2
minutes before.
I called an audible. I said the defense sees our play. We got to change some things up. So
this guy.
So today we're going to talk about podcasting, and it is not referencing to the hate, but just speaking on collaboration. But before we get into that, I know Terry got some stuff stirring and brewing, and I'm gonna toss it to him. You know, sometimes in life we got things that happen, and we don't really get an outlet to truly express what's going on in our head. So in this segment, and you know, if you hung out with us for a while, you know where I'm going. We're gonna go into tell them why you mad. So
Terry, why you mad, son?
Today, Terry. Tell me why you mad, son.
Oh, hey. Well, the reason why I'm mad today is because my podcasting partner of about 2 years decided to throw an audible 2 minutes before we go live. No. What makes me mad is that the people in the nonchalantness of the COVID disease, of what's the virus that's going around. I can honestly say, what's up, Kevin? I can honestly say that I know someone personally that has COVID, and we talked on yesterday, not face to face, of course, but we talked, and it was like, you know, I'm fine. I'm just under the weather a lot, and when he tries, the only time it hurts is when he tries to walk and talk at the same time, because he's a big guy, kind of like me. So that's the reason why, you know, personally, I'm a little. I'm not afraid. I'm never scared about nothing, but I'm cautious. Because I am compromised with my immune system and everything. So it's like, you know, if I go out here and do something crazy, right, or run into the wrong person, it can end me. Then I have a son, so kind of want to take care of that. But the people's mentality about the COVID and still gathering, still doing their thing like ain't nothing happened. You know, folks, just know that even after this is lifted, even after the stay in place orders are lifted in the respective states, this world will never, ever, 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 ever be the same.
Yeah. Kevin, people said Terry Little mad at me for the last few days.
I've been mad at Kevin for a couple of days. I'm gonna pull his card. I'm going to go ahead.
Don't pull it, brother.
No, Kevin's my guy. Kevin's been my guy for years. And then he had the nerve to go live. And then I went to his live last night. He grew Yeah. I was going to call it that. So Kevin Peoples, love you, boy. If you ever down in San Antonio, go and see Kevin Peoples. He cook a mean steak. But
snap!
So he's grilling last night.
All right.
Now we done had a conversation. Now, for those of you, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say it, Kevin. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Kevin Peoples is black.
Okay.
I think.
Questionable. You got to go before the board.
Yeah. You got to go for the tribunal, because I don't know. He's got that real curly hair, real good stuff. I don't know. But anyway, Kevin doesn't eat cornbread.
Oh, right.
He's openly admitted it, you know. And someone
good, Kev.
Someone put a meme under his post, and it was the guy from Life. You know, you go cornbread.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's too late, brother. It's all right. But yeah, so he doesn't eat cornbread.
Okay.
And we still love him,
right?
Because he doesn't eat cornbread. But
Right.
we have to question every move he makes now in his life. You don't have no cornbread.
I got you.
But
I
no,
got you.
we figured Kevin. We love Kevin. He supports the Brothers of Legacy. He comes in and supports
Yeah,
us.
we appreciate you.
So if you're down San Antonio way down there in Texas, man, y'all go look at my man Kevin. And, he's a really cool dude. He's getting married here later on this year. Him and Jen. Hopefully, if COVID doesn't mess it up too bad, as far as their venues and all that. But
all right,
he's getting married here pretty soon.
Nice, congratulations.
Shout out, Kevin.
So let me tell you why I'm mad today.
What you mad?
Because
you're always mad.
Yeah, I'm always mad. I think I get up mad sometimes.
Just
angry. So listen, I was watching, and this kind of is going back to COVID-19 thing, because like last weekend I spoke about all the conspiracy theories. Now I was watching this young lady, and this thing has been kind of handed out to like everybody around the internet. It's been in my messenger, and if you've been getting messages about every kind of conspiracy possible coming to you straight to your messenger, this lady pretty much sums it up saying we need to call it start a revolution. Oh yeah, well, yeah, I know.
Yeah, he had to postpone his too. So it's
I know the struggle. She was basically saying start a revolution. People just need to go against what's being said and just do something about it. Basically, she was saying, go outside and live life as normal and ignore what's being said. Basically. It's crazy that people have messages, and this thing has been shared a whole lot. It had over 100,000 views, and it's bananas that things like this happen, and I understand how people feel and may feel like this thing is not as big or as affecting their area like they should, but you cannot send messages like that, because it gets into the minds of others and everybody agrees with it and begin to do things that further make the issue worse. Because honestly, as long as the numbers look like they look, and regardless of how they get the numbers, we can't defy what's being asked of us to do, because we're just prolonging something that needs to be over. At least if the numbers get in control, they do something, life can kind of resume at the new normal, because things will never be the same. But at the new normal, and we won't be here all the way to December quarantine.
Right.
So I'm really upset. So don't stop sharing that garbage. Stop sharing that garbage. Stop sharing that stuff. Stop sharing it for real. Like it's not helping. It's not helping. Like anything that shows new ways to protect yourself and homemade way, that's fine. But stop sharing garbage that can essentially hurt the rest of us. That's it. That's what I'm mad at. So, yeah.
I mean, I want people to stop striking. They're trying to get to. They keep posting it to keep people on edge or whatever. And they just extended here in Idaho. Just the other day, they extended the. That's why the Common Sense Show TV is on the way back, brother. Because people have like no common sense.
No longer exists, right?
I'm telling you. Right. So they just extended the stay-at-home order for us here in Idaho just to the 30th, because they were supposed to lift it today or tomorrow.
Wow.
But they extended it. Brad Little, no relation, the governor here in Idaho. I have to say that. I don't know why I said it. But he said it to the end of the month, so we'll see from there. But if people would just, like you said, listen,
right,
and let's do this quarantine. Let's really do. I mean, let's keep everybody out the streets,
right?
Because which I would have mentioned if I would have had the news segment, is that the CDC is saying that this is going to be it's going to come back in the winter.
Right.
COVID is going to come back in the winter, and if we're not ready for it by the winter time, we're going to be right back in the same spot.
Right. Because it's going to come like the flu. It's going to be like the new flu. Because I'm sure it's not going to go away. It's just getting control. And I think as they research, I think it's just getting understanding what it is. Because, the statistics we always got from the beginning of this thing, influenza kills this many people, the flu kills this many people, this is just something we are constantly going to have to deal with. This is not going away. It's just the fact that what it seems like they don't understand it. They don't know how to get control of it. So if it's just death, from a virus, it's like, okay, they died. This is what killed them. But when you don't understand the virus, then like they're how they're handling the dead and quarantine the dead from even having funerals and just all kinds of things because they don't understand it right now. I think that's the big question mark. That's why we're all quarantined. It's like, I don't understand it. If you could just get it, be sick, and get through it, if most people could just kind of get through it, but it seems like it's taken out, kind of various people, not just one set of persons. Like with the flu, it's usually somebody older or babies, like younger and older. Those are the people that kind of were affected, that are dying from the flu, that are known to be dying from it. But with this, it's like taking out 40-year-olds, it's taking out 30-year-olds, it's taking out some teenagers at points, so it's like we don't totally understand what the virus is. All right, so getting to that. Now we're transitioning. We're not going to be before you real long today, because of course we are changing platforms. So we want to work on that as well, but we just want to we don't ever want to not have something every week unless something happens, and things happen, but we want to kind of share what's happening. Now, me and Terry spoke about, like Terry's part of some podcast networking, just like with Charm City, a network of different lives and different broadcasts coming together in one space. So today I kind of want to talk about coming together as a podcast community. Now, I want Terry, of course, to keep it real with me. I've never asked anybody that I speak to ever be something that they're not, or say things that they don't believe, especially if we're having a conversation. So Terry says it ain't gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. I feel it can happen, right? Okay. So Terry, we're kind of having a on live discussion about this. Okay. And we're gonna just hash it out. So Terry, why do you feel like podcasters cannot come together?
Because the crab in the barrel mentality. Everybody's for themselves. Right. Because look, you don't see. Okay, so everybody wants to be. And I say it's a lot, but everybody wants to be Joe Rogan. Right. Everybody wants to be Ben Shapiro. Right. Actually, Ben Shapiro was the #1 podcast for a minute, and then he's now like 11. But Joe Rogan is still like too.
Yeah. I think with Joe, he always gets good guests. He finds the right,
really good guests.
He gets the right on time. Like they're known. He got them. So his timing has been like phenomenal. But go ahead.
Right. It's very rare, and the reason why Joe Rogan is successful is because he get great celebrity guests, all of that. But when was the last time that you seen Joe Rogan get on and collaborate with another podcast, like T.I.'s podcast, for example, Expeditiously? Shout out to T.I. You will never see that because it's all about my numbers, my viewership, my downloads, my all of that, and podcasting is one of those things that I just feel like it would be better if we all had the same mindset and said, okay, we all part of the same gang. Let's get this content. Let's give the world. Let's change the world of what we say and do. Right. But some people there are some podcasters like where I am with RTS Sports. Those guys are phenomenal. Buck Nasty and Michael Buckheiser. Shout out to Mike. President and CEO, I'm his right hand man. I'm COO and sales or whatever. But I kind of do stuff behind the scenes. But those podcasts that we have on there, Brian Snow in the morning, Brian Snowman in the morning, Twist, Errol Marks at White War Sports. Those guys they have brand loyalty and they'll come together. But I have yet to see either one of them do a collab.
I got you.
They won't happen.
And so Sam says you have to be. So Samantha says you have to be present. You have to present an offer that makes sense and can't be refused. So for me, I feel like it can happen because I listened to a gentleman. He goes by Riffin with Griffin. Riffin with Griffin. Yeah, Riffin with Griffin. Yeah, and He's got a wild podcast. He's a comedian like most, because most podcasters are like, especially the big ones. They're comedians that that are real good interviewers and stuff like that. Because that's what Joe Rogan. I think he's a comedian. So yes, but he collaborates with a lot of different podcasters, and he has them on their show, and then he goes on their show, and they work together to kind of build each other up. Because I found out about his show because I was following oh man, his name, he's just escaped my head, but I was following another comedian. I've seen him on his show, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I watched his interview, and then I looked into what other podcasts he had, and so I've kind of like started following him based on them coming together. So I think it's possible, but like Sam says, it just has to be like a mutual consensus, right? Because the thing is, of course, Joe Rogan may not have us on his podcast because we don't have numbers anything close to what he has. You know, now not yet. He may come, you know, if we was in some kind of circle, he may bless us with allowing him on our podcast, you know, like if we just run up on him in the same space, like, hey, you got 10 minutes? And Terry, I sit on one side, Terry sit on the other side, like, and we bust it out and not waste his time and just bounce. And we got a 10-minute interview with Joe Rogan. And, you know, but the thing is, I feel it can happen. It can be beneficial. It just has to be, like you said, a mutual beneficial. And it's just about building a community. You know, everybody wants to build something great. Everybody wants to build a sustainable income from doing this, because most people do it because they like doing it. I like doing this. This is why we do this. That's why, you know, regardless of what's coming in right now, we just love to do these podcasts, share our ideas, share what's going on, and you get with other people who are mutually on the same level.
Yeah, they gotta be like
right. And I feel you can really build a network. It just has to be beneficial. You know, it just, at the end of the day, it just has to be mutually beneficial.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't get caught up in everybody's agenda.
Right.
So, right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you may join somebody and you know they're trying to build something up for themselves. But you come to them and you're like, yo, you here, I'm here. We can go higher together. Right. I know you're trying to build something up for yourself, right? Because you can't get into their attitudes and then wanting to be great. They're gonna want to be great regardless. But it's like, listen, we build together, you get some of my audience, I get some of your audience, we can build something great. Like you just have to keep with the mutual benefit. And if you work on that, so I wrote some things down. So the first thing is building community, right? So say me and you got separate podcasts and we got both 50,000, you got 50,000, right? And I come to you like, yo, you got 50, I got 50, we come together. We can kind of cross, both of us can probably go to 100 because they're going to share on my side, they're going to share on your side, right? So you build a community up. And if you have other people involved, yo, get part of this community, we can build something greater.
Right.
Second thing that comes from that is the economics, right? So once money gets involved and you can see the mutual benefit of greater value, right? So I got these many, this, oh, thanks. You know, on the fly. That's why you my dude. So you have mutual benefits. You have the economics of what I'm building here, my money here, and the money that you have here, right? So what happens when you build a community, you build the economics, right? There is some change or shift that you're trying to get to. Now, if you understand business, most businesses become great because they get connected politically. Right? They can affect more things. They can affect more change. They can protect platforms like this, right? So the third thing is political. Now, this is just building on the tier of building something greater. So you have your community, you have your economics, you have your politics, right? So now you understand the power of your voice, which is your influence. Just like the lady with the whole, we're not mad about spreading this junk about be a revolutionist and can literally cause chaos by ourselves. Now imagine it was like 2 or 3 of them with that same kind of following, those same kind of shares, the issue that she can cause. At the same time, if she's sharing a message of change, it can begin to shift the mindset of others. Right. So the next thing coming on top of the politics, now we're building a platform where we can distribute and help other people. And that's distribution, number 4, if you want to put that down. Distribution. So you know, you start helping folks out, they want to tell you how to do it. So with distribution, there grows a higher level of communication, right? So now we got me and Terry, and we got others coming together. We have mutual community. We're building economically. We have stronger politics, and we have a higher distribution. You got it? So now we're building something bigger than ourselves. And that comes from the beginning of this journey. And that's how I'm come at Terry, like, yo, Terry, I know you're building something. I know I'm building something. But let's think further beyond. We can go so much further if we take who we are, come together, and press it past whatever we could ever imagine. Right? But
Yeah.
it's the ability to cast that vision.
You should have a class.
Okay.
I mean, that's great. That's great. And we all got into that. If we got into that mindset, I don't see. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, political, because some podcasts have taken off,
Right.
because they had that political connection or whatever. So, I was about to say vision.
Right.
Write the vision, make it plain. Right.
Right.
Parent, if you have the vision,
Right.
you're paying there.
But it starts with kind of laying aside your agenda, because even the person that wants to collaborate, sometimes we want to collaborate because I want to come up because I like your audience. I want to get a part of your audience.
And we had a couple of things like that.
Exactly. Exactly. But if they sell it or talk to you in a manner where your audience will bless me, my audience can bless you. Let's build something greater. The deal is, let's build something greater. And we mutually agree that it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be overnight, but this is where we're going. Now, as we're doing this thing, as we're growing, as we're pushing this thing, if we're not moving forward, we reassess. Like, this is where I'm at, this is where you at.
Yeah.
It's not really happening. We have to have an understanding, right? You have to come into agreement that this thing's not moving forward. It's been great. We part ways.
Yeah.
Because every collaboration is not going to work. Every collaboration is not going to just automatically build something greater. But with every collaboration, it gives you the opportunity to reach further. Right. So that's that. I think, and I agree, it can be hard because, unfortunately, everybody that starts a podcast has an agenda, has what they want to become, right? Yeah. Just like anything. Like, man, I want to be great at this. I want to be known for this. I love doing this, but I need this to become.
What's up, E-Digger?
What up, E? Thanks for rolling with us.
All late.
Yeah, it's got to be mutual.
How you gonna be late for your show on your network, bro?
But no, see that's what the CEO does. They come in.
They want to.
I'll be there when I be there.
Oh, speaking of, shout out to E-Digger since he's in here.
Yes.
Stay tuned on Charm City Direct, because at the top of the hour, E-Digger starts his new show. His new show, Let's Clear the Air. You don't want to miss that first episode.
All right.
Please stay tuned on Charm City Direct TV. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Nah, you good, E. You good, E. You the boss.
Yeah.
You the boss. You just got. Like when the boss is here. The boss is here. So that I believe collaboration can happen. Just like Trump said, he's trying to build other networks by bringing them into here in one collaborative space. And the great thing is, we are bringing our audience here, as well as we're getting exposed to his audience that's already here from the other broadcasts that come into the space. That people come see them, they may come see us. Right. So we have to get into that. It's collaboration over competition. Collaboration over competition. If you have that shared mindset where you can lay down just parts of your agenda, I don't need to be the king of the hill. I just want to be on top of the hill with y'all.
Right.
Like that. I know you want to get there. Why don't we get there together? Why don't we get there together? Go ahead.
And here's something else. It is that everybody doesn't have that. I wanna. They don't have the. What's the word? What's the song? We don't have the we are the world. We don't have the we are the world mentality.
Right.
We are the world. We don't have that. Some folks are out to get you, and so there are folks that you have to be careful with. So it is in this place you want to use common sense and you want to lose your 6 cents, your 6 cents, or what's the word? I can't talk today. Your
we said the sixth sense, your perception, or
your intuition. So
intuition. There you go. Right. That's
so
the word of the day.
Because there are folks, like I said, don't have that we are the world. They're like, I am the world. I need your money.
Right.
They try to build something on your back.
Right.
And and there are some networks that will promise a podcaster the world and be like, you come over here, you do this, I'll make sure that you have this and that. And if you are in the podcasting game, if you do this because you love it, first of all, if you're trying to get rich behind it, it won't happen. Me and XP just, as a matter of fact, just the other day, we've been on Anchor since we started, right? And so we finally decided to leave Anchor and go jump over to Spreaker. It's a better host and better distribution. But he pulled out, how much was it?
$26.10.
$6. Because catch this, $26.10. This is after a year. Of podcast. This is after a year. So if you jump in the podcasting game to make money, you're not, and it's gonna piss you off, you're gonna quit. You know what I'm saying? So if you do the podcasting game because you love doing the podcasting game, then you're gonna care about the mic you use, the sound. You're gonna care about your backdrop. You're gonna care about how you present yourself. You're gonna care, and do it genuinely. That's when, and then when you do that, content's more clear. And people just love to hear you. They'll come on here, like people come to the Buzzers Legacy, they come to the Buzzers Talk, and they're like, just the way they collab and click together.
Hold on, it's 37 cents. I know that's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like I said, be careful in this podcast game. If you're looking to collaborate with somebody, collaborate with people like Ernest Harris, Steve Sweeney, who do it for the love of the game, and who do it to help and get a voice, and they do it to help other people. And they're not digging in your pocket. None of that. They don't want no initial investment to go with my network. None of that. It is just, you want a show, you want a voice, what time slot you got? You know what I'm saying? And that's how we build community. Because the people are hurting for something, especially now that we're in quarantine and now that we have social distancing and stuff. People are now going to their phones and doing social media and lives, stuff like that. So for great content. So if you have a voice, speak on it. You know what I'm saying? But make sure you can.
And the one thing I want to share, and before we start getting hit up in our inbox, it's all about a collaborative effort. Collaborative. Meaning you bringing in some work as well as the work that we've already been bringing.
Right.
So, collaborative. Not just, I want to be here because you got a lot of people. You need to bring something to the table. Brother, like you because you got to bring in the work. Like we wouldn't, me and Terry at this level wouldn't really go to Joe Rogan because we don't really have a whole lot to offer. Like as far as maybe, like followers and stuff like that. We have decent content, but we're still building up. We're still growing. Every time we go live, we get better. And that's, if I want to share that, as people that are watching that want to do more, equipment is cool, but you got to sharpen your skill set. You got to constantly, you do this. It's kind of like playing the game in football, or practice. You got to constantly get better. And then doing the toughest thing about going live and podcasting is listening to yourself and then critiquing like, okay, I'm sounding like I'm doing this, or I'm sounding like I'm doing that, getting better with just speaking and how you speak. Because honestly, like I've watched my old stuff and compared to my current stuff, like the way I spoke and the way, my camera angles and the way I did things and all of this stuff has gotten much better. Like I did this, I'm so embarrassed, but I had this promo video on one of my pages and I went to it And I was like, oh my gosh, this is loud in the background. And I was thinking, I can't believe I actually put that up. Like I'm talking and it's like, yeah, this AD. Like, and you get better though. You start, because honestly, like I watch videos and I watch things more, like I critique it because I'm critiquing myself.
Right.
You know, like you like I watch some videos and I'm like, their lips is not syncing up with that audio. You know, like just little stuff, because I realize the quality of video that I want. Now I see it in other people. You know, it's just, you just start watching little stuff more. Yeah. So as you do this, get better. And when you're comfortable with sharing and been doing this a while, you know, see what other people that are at the same level are doing and offer yourself to them. I mean, that's how I got with Terry, because me and Terry were kind of like at the same level doing our thing. Terry. And then I was like, it'd be cool to come together. It'd be cool to try something collaborative, you know. And that's where Brother Legacy started, or Brothers United started.
Yeah, we've been from everything,
and we changed it up. So we have to be willing to do what it takes to become greater. Hey, Nicole, I mean, she's in the watch party, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got a couple of people in my watch party too. I want to shout out to Carrie Lee Ross, who just bought a new vehicle yesterday. I'm so proud of her. I think it's a birthday or something like that.
Oh,
I'm a little mad at Carrie though, because she's supposed to come to see me to buy her car, but she decided to go to Boise. But I want to hold it against her. We still love you, Carrie. Congratulations.
I am.
So yeah, so that's okay. So in the podcasting game, I'll say this: be teachable too. So if you're just starting out and you're with a bunch of folks who's been in the game, who's got that, you know, that's got that seasoning, listen to what people are trying to, you know, if they say, hey man, you need to brush up on your sound, or you need to work on your segment. Like, we was in the middle of brunching and Lee's got on, I hope she's still here, but Lee's got on me. She said, you need to work on your segues. Your segues suck, you know, and that's kind of, she's been doing it, and she's cleaning segues.
Right.
And so you kind of want to listen to those people.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
So be teachable. Right. And I'll give you a really quick story before we get ready to go here. We had a guy on the sports network that I'm on. We had a guy, he had a podcast that he was doing from his cell phone on Anchor, right? Which is fine, but you don't want to be on a network of 30 podcasts,
right?
It's gonna be picked up by ESPN or somebody like that,
right?
And your podcast sounds like you're in a garbage can. You just all in the mic like this right here because you don't know. And so we tried to tell him,
right?
Look, bro, work on your sound. If you're gonna have a mobile, podcasting, that's fine.
Right.
Get you a lapel mic. Get you some stuff, you know, work on your sound, because the important thing with podcasting is people have to be able to hear you. Right? So if you sound like this right here and you just all over the mic and you can't
right. Exactly.
He had a great intro.
Yes.
He got great content. His delivery is good, but it's just that everybody just trying to hear it.
Right.
So you have to take the nougats for the people that are around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. I'll tell you, this one, my partner right here, I would say about 40% of the stuff that he does now, he does because he got it from me. He's like, let me do this. Let me get a different mic. Let me do this. And so we kind of vibe off each other.
Right.
He's a DJ by trade. He won't tell nobody. He's a DJ by trade. Some things that I pick up, I get from him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to help each other. My guy Andy Casper is in my watch party. That's the one I was telling you this morning that was diagnosed with COVID. Andy, we're praying for your speedy recovery, good sir. Come on back to us, brother. I appreciate you. That's a big pet peeve of mine.
Sound.
You gotta have it,
man.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it.
Even if we like this, as long as I can hear you, I'm good. I can hang out on your live.
Yeah. Look at some of, practice your craft. If you're doing this podcasting thing, right? If someone has said to you, okay, well, you need to work on that, maybe. Go listen to people that are doing your category of your podcast.
Right.
Go check the charts. You can check the charts on Apple Podcasts, or you can check the charts on Chartable. You can check them.
Right.
Go listen to what they are doing and see if you can kind of not copy,
Right.
but
Well, we emulate sometimes, because you watch certain things and you like, oh, I want that kind of vibe.
Right.
Like I don't want to beat them, but I like that vibe they got. Like I like the low lights and I like the, there's certain things you might like. So it's okay to emulate. It's okay to kind of like, that's the direction I want my stuff to go.
Right.
You don't have to do exactly what they're doing, but because you watch things, you watch shows, you watch things, and you just like, oh, I would love to have my show to be like that. You know, so shoot for it. Sure. YouTube, doing this are your best. Right, YouTube and other people doing this are your best friend. You're right, Ernest. Right, YouTube has been great for me. So, looking for stuff, it's great. Yes.
And while we're on the other side of that, on the B side of that, is that if you are a seasoned podcaster or a live streamer, don't be a douche when the rookies come to you and ask you a question.
Right, true.
Even if you're seasoned, asking for help, don't be a douche about it.
Right.
I'm trying to be, this is PG show, so I'm trying to keep it that way. But don't, you ask for somebody, a rookie comes to you and says, hey, I'm having an issue. What platform do you use? And because you are having a bad day, sir or ma'am, you want to step off on them.
Right.
Well, I don't want to. Because people are different.
Right.
It was just like with Ernest, with E. E has gone to folks and they have came like sideways, that they're seasoned people that's been doing this for a minute. Right. And they came and E digger sideways and it's like, okay, I almost had me in the car. Like, wait. Stop playing. But if you're seasoned, if you know your stuff, that's cool. But be the one who teaches, not just be teachable. Be the one who teaches, right? And not give these, because we're all part of the same game.
Okay, but on the B side, point 2.
That's the C side.
B side, or the C side.
Yeah, C side.
The C side. If you are,
keep
this in mind. So if you can inbox us and like, hey, what platform you use, or what mic do you use? Yeah. Hey, can we talk? Sir, ma'am, that's gonna go into some PayPal level because so understand, people are going to give you all the information for free. Like I might tell you what, because like with this, like with StreamYard, there's a link. Terry can send you the link. He get a little something for every time people talk, a little something. So certain things. Hey, boom, here, hit this link. You get what you need. I get a little something for sharing my experience with you. But if you want time, I want to pick your brain. Oh, pick your brain. You got it. I've been checking my Cash App first, and then picking brain stuff. I'm keeping it real because we work to get to know a lot of the things, trial and error, talking to other people, watching hours of YouTube. So there are things we know because we've gone through. If I don't, I get it all the time. If I don't know, that's when it gets to talking money. Talking money. And that's the part that some people miss. Like, why I'm not going to share this for free. Like I'll share tidbits and certain things. If we're on here, we're chatting it up. Yeah, we share a lot of stuff. We share it all. But you want one-on-one questioning, like you want to ask, it's the clock starts ticking. Right. Like I charge one fee for the month. Like if you want to start a podcast, it's just quick plug and you need my help. I charge one fee for the month. I don't do how much for 10 minutes. I don't do that because I want to get you started and I want you to be successful. So I need at least a lot of time so you can call back and forth. Hey, I'm trying this. This doesn't work. Right. So we're not like hitting the clock for every time we call. No, just one fee for the month. You got me. Inbox me. We'll set up a time to talk. Boom, boom, boom. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with that. I'm struggling with this. So I can get you started and go and going. I don't divvy up my time like that. So got to know that. All right, that's my plug. He said, if you don't know, now you know.
Grand opening, grand close. That's what you did. Grand opening, grand close. But and that's when you start talking about that though. That's when you get into knowing your worth. Right. Now, if you've been in this game for a minute and you can help other people, then you can charge them. Right. People used to come. I had people come to me and was like, Terry, I need help from A to Z. Okay. Right. Here's the A to Z price. Here's the cash app. Because look, I got a family. I work full time. Right. I mean, I don't have time to sit here. I don't do this for recreation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you come to me and say, well, what platform you use? Oh, that's easy. That's a one line text.
Yeah.
Here's StreamYard. Shoot me your email. I'll send you an invite.
Right.
You know, and be clear that if you're in this listening to me on my podcast, on my watch party, AD's watch party,
right,
or whoever, or Charm City, and you have asked me for a referral link to StreamYard,
right,
please understand that it does not kick into my account until the second month. Okay, because what happens is how the StreamYard link work is, you get $10 off the first month,
right,
and then it kicks me a referral fee, right. But if you don't pay for StreamYard the next month, I don't get it. It doesn't help. So just so you guys know,
2 months, just 2 months. 2 months, we good. You got that Elgato Stream Deck popping. Awesome. If my podcast people, Terry just got quiet because he's making a face right now. Go over to YouTube and you get a chance to see that face. All right. He wants that Elgato Stream Deck.
You dig? I need you to left first. So that means you're gonna produce much on Sunday, right? Because you got the Elgato.
Oh, shot fired!
The cannon. That's a topic.
All right. So we've been 45 minutes in. We're gonna shut it down. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. We just was kind of sharing some of the podcasting tidbits that we've been kind of discussing as far as collaboration over competition and why you should just he said that face, right, Ernest, that face. Oh,
I've been wanting an Elgato for the longest. Say he just got one. Oh, you just
bust it out.
He had the crib quarantine with Stream Deck. We'll talk about it Sunday. We'll see you in a couple days.
We appreciate you guys hanging with us, rocking with us. And if you on the replay watching this, make sure you put hashtag replay as well as share it out. Tag somebody that needs this information, that wants the podcast, that wants to be a part of the podcasting family and do some great things and spread the word. Because podcasting gives you a voice and an opportunity to share your experience, things you learn, and ways you can help other people. So, don't be afraid. Start a podcast, start one. Just, it takes work to get to the level that you want to get to. You got to start to get there. Some people want it all like this in the beginning. And then you buy stuff and then it's not going to be the way you want it because you're just starting out. And then you're going to struggle for content. So work on the content, work on getting the message out, then work on your equipment, So just do your thing. Keep pushing, keep growing, keep doing it, and you'll get better. All right, so we're gonna ride up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you hanging with us, the brothers who talk.
We gotta get a closing thing like you and Sam got.
Okay.
Not right now though. We're not gonna do it live. No.
I'm about to freestyle it. Kid. You already know. You saw the two wheels turning.
We'll think it. All right. So those of you guys on Charm City, stay to your computers or your phones or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The Clear the Air will is coming up next.
Yes. 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Y'all stay tuned.
There you go.
I'm gonna jump on and share it on my platforms as well because I'm telling you, when E Digger is passionate about something, I don't know if you've never heard E Digger passionate about something. I wonder who the meet of the week is this week on I'm sure he'll tell us on Sunday, but we'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for watching and listening to the Brothers Who Talk. Brothers Who Talk with Terry and AD. Check us out again next week, where we bring you a steaming helping of common sense, laughs, and advice. We can be found on any podcasting platform, iTunes, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. We're also on milehighradio.com, Saturdays at 12 Eastern. See you there.